Hey YouTube, so quick Rob vlog today. I'm actually out for a long run, 18k today, Saturday, and I've just started the 18-20 training plan on Training Peaks, which for me is power based because I use a power meter, but you basically spend 80% of your time in a low zone 2 for power, 20% in a higher zone 4 or 5. So today is zone 2, which for me works out about 260 watts. So that's what I'm doing today, and I'm just trying out this quiver you just see on the back here, which is meant for carrying poles, but I don't have poles that fit in there. I have hiking poles that are a bit too long, but I got it for carrying this selfie stick I'm using now, actually, which seems to do really well. I'll do a review on that later though. So yeah, just take you on the ride today. Oh dear, got to a steep bit. So I'll do a separate video on this route one day with Joe. I'm just running on my own today, so it's just an 18k horseshoe around well, Lower Hutt, I guess technically, just about Lower Hutt, almost Upper Hutt, but it's pretty local to where we are, so it's a nice run for the area. It does mean that you start down in the valley, you head up into the mountains, horseshoe round, back down again, so you tend to park your car at the bottom, is what I found is best, and then do the horseshoe finish at the bottom, because then you get to walk at the start as a warm-up rather than have to do a hill right at the end, which sucks. So because you can park halfway up one of the hills. But yeah, so I'm just doing that today. It's a nice day, not too hot today. It's only going up to like, I think like 14 late in the day, but right now it's more like 11, 12 Celsius size. With COVID and everything, things have all been messed up this year for sure. So I'm basically training for the Tarawera 100k now, which is up in Aotearoa, North Island, New Zealand, in February. I think it's middle of February, but I'm hoping it goes ahead. Who knows though, because I don't think we'll have a vaccine by then, and even if we did, I don't think it would have been distributed. So they might do like a wave start. I'm hoping it doesn't get cancelled. I've basically been training for it all year, so yeah, and I'm using it as the run up for my 160k the year after. So oh, steep bit, I have to walk. So yeah, I'm just in training for that at the moment. Generally health wise I'm doing pretty well at the moment. My knee problems have gone, ankle problems have gone. I've got a strain in my hand from rock climbing, but running wise I'm doing pretty well at the moment. So yeah, it's a nice day. I thought I'd get out here and see how we go. So we're about 5k in, still climbing. I think the first 7 or 8k is all climbing. The first like 9k takes quite a while on this route. The second 9 is all downhill, so it's quite steep as well. This is, I won't show up on camera, but this is pretty steep. It's pretty steep. So yeah, I can't run up this. I've been doing a little bit of elevation, but since dropping out the Y2K, which was all elevation based, I haven't been doing as much on the elevation training, just trying to let myself recover. Been carrying a few injuries this year, nothing crazy, but just a few little niggles, so it's been good to get those cleared up. Now I'm just slowly building the mileage up now. Oh. Man, this really takes out, you're just going uphill for ages. So yeah, I'm not intending to do a separate review on the Training Peaks 80/20 training plan, but it is pretty good. I would recommend it if you're thinking about getting a plan. They do heart rate, I think they do pace based as well. but I use power. Jo is heart rate based, but they do different levels, 1, 2 and 3. I'm on level 2 because the time commitment is similar to the amount of time I was committing before, so I've still got room for climbing and everything else. But you do have to be a bit careful because the way they load the miles, it's about 10-15% more K than I do on the plan than normal, which is not too bad, but they tend to space it out, so you're running almost every day. You have like 1 day off every 2nd week or 3rd week. It's not very much, and they tend to do like 1 long run on a weekend. The next weekend there'll be 2 long runs back to back, so they have these like back-to-back days, Saturday and Sunday. So next weekend is 18k Saturday and Sunday, which is going to make it a little bit tricky to film for YouTube, but because I obviously don't want to keep stopping setting up tripods and stuff, which is why I got the selfie stick. Hopefully that'll help, but yeah, can't run with Jo at the moment either, which is a bit of a shame. She's still got her condition on the go. But yeah, it is interesting seeing how they load the kilometres differently. They tend to do their long run on a Sunday, whereas I do mine on a Saturday, so they do say you can swap them around in the week as long as you keep them on the same week, so you don't mess up the 80-20 split. So I've put my Sunday on a Saturday, and then I swap my Thursday and Friday as well, because I think they do like a fast finish run on a Friday, and then Saturday's an easy day. Fast finish, you just go around at like 260 watts, but then the last bit is more like 280, 290 for me, a little bit harder. So I put that on the Thursday, so I have a rest on the Friday ready for the Saturday. But yeah, otherwise it's not too bad. It pretty much aligns with roughly what I was doing anyway. Now, I'm doing 130 watts at the moment, and I'm walking. But the problem is when it's steep like this, if I tried running this, I'll be super tired real quick. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's okay, but my heart rate's way up, so I think it'll be all right. You know, the power kind of goes out the window when you start walking, but that doesn't happen too often. Oh, there we go, it's leveled off again. Back to running. Yeah. Incidentally, if you have any videos you'd like me to do, or something you'd like me to give an opinion on, I obviously can't review stuff unless I've got it, but if you see something I have on one of the videos and you want me to review it, or maybe Jo has and you want her to review it, then just give us a shout. Or if you're in the local area and you're looking for someone to run with, or someone to show you some of the trails, I'm in Wellington, New Zealand, so just give us a shout. And yeah, I do reply to pretty much every bit of feedback I get. It's one of the advantages of being a small channel. So oh, this is getting a bit more exciting through here. Yeah, there's been a couple of small trees down, nothing too crazy. It's early spring, so late summer this can be a bit overgrown. This time of year it's not, but you do have to watch out for some of the windfall over winter. Oh, it goes to pine here. It's going to get a little bit loose. Have to pay attention. Oh, almost went the wrong way. Got to pay attention. So we've just come out of here, and we'll be going this way. It's the Stokes Valley sign. This goes down into the valley. It's very steep, this path. I've come up there quite a few times. I used to live in Stokes Valley, but it's very steep, that one. So we'll be continuing this way, which goes to the trig point around the corner, and then we continue the whole. Oh, it's not going to come out on the camera, but there's a whole ridge line there, which we're going to do all the way back to here. There you go. The lower hut, upper hut, Stokes Valley, and then you've got lower hut. Wellington's over in the harbour over there, which you probably can't see. But yeah, so this is the geo survey mark, the trig right here, and we are going to continue. This is probably a nightmare for the old exposure on the camera swinging around like that, but we're going to try and continue all along this ridge line, all the way back to the head of the valley. I'll do a video on this one day when Jo's able to run it, but at the moment we've got a little bit more climbing to do, not much, maybe another kilometre of slight uphill, and it's downhill the whole way back, which I'm looking forward to, because to be honest, if I'm an hour and a quarter in, I've only done 7.5k, so it's very slow going, this first section. Anyway, see how we go. And here's my favourite house in the whole world. I wish I could have that house. It's gorgeous. It's like just away from everybody. I guess if there's a forest fire, you're kind of stuffed, but yeah. Different type of track here. Nice and open now. It's actually like this the whole way back now, pretty much. Just four-wheel drive track, access track. This is the track they use to access the pylons. So it's you know, vehicular access. Pretty rough, but you know, they come along here every now and then. Not today though. Here we go. It's all downhill now. It's all downhill. Still about 9-10k to go, but it's, wow, I mean, there's tiny little hills, but only for 30 seconds or so. Other than that, the whole thing's downhill, which is nice, because it feels like a long way to go yet, but usually this last part goes pretty quickly, both time and mentally wise, so that's good. Opens up, you get a lot better views from up here. It's hard to show on the camera because of the exposure, but through the trees and stuff you can see all around the valleys and stuff, which is nice. See? Yeah, so I mean, obviously in New Zealand we've done pretty well with the COVID. I mean, pretty much one of the best in the world actually, to be fair, and not everyone's done so well. So if you're elsewhere in New Zealand or abroad, really interested to know how it's affected you getting out and about. I do know that some of my friends in America are San Francisco and Oregon and places like that. They've got awful problems with fires and air quality, so they've got more problems than just COVID, unfortunately. But here in New Zealand, it's not too bad at the moment, so get out while you can, I guess, because we might end up on lockdown again for Christmas. Who knows? Just 11k, so we've got about 7k to go, but it's nearly all downhill. This little section here is uphill, but pretty much all down now, which is good. Still sitting at the right zone power wise. It's a bit tedious these long runs because you just got to stay at the right power zone the whole way. So when you get to a hill, you have to back right off, and then downhills it could be actually pretty hard to get it up high enough. So not looking like a great day, but at least it's not too like don't need suntan today or sunglasses, which is nice because it won't be long before every run involves suntan, sunglasses and a hat and stuff. So quite like this time of year actually. It's not too hot, not too cold, it's not even raining. It's drying up now for summer. There's a couple of weeks every year that I really enjoy. So yeah, it's nice. Still chugging on, getting back towards the finish now. Oh dear, because I got a couple of gels that are going out of date, I decided to bring some gels with me today. Normally I don't bother, I just have Tailwind, or Tailwind equivalent, but today I thought I'll have some gels, so I brought one Tailwind and one electrolyte. So I've been having electrolyte and then gels, because the electrolyte doesn't have any calories in, so I can get the energy from the gels, and then the second hour I'll have the Tailwind on its own. I just realised I screwed up, man. I've been having the wrong one. I only realised when I had the second bottle, I was like, wait, this one's electrolyte. So I've been having twice as much calories at the start, and now I've got no calories for the second half. Oh god. Yeah, I'd say it's all downhill now, so it shouldn't be too bad, but oh geez. See, that's the kind of thing that in a race really messes you up if you screw things like that up. Oh dear. Yeah, normally I'm pretty good. I always bring emergency food with me, some emergency calories in case of things like this happening. But unfortunately, those gels were the emergency calories, which is why they're about to go out of date. So I thought I'll eat them up today, get some more, and of course today is the one day I'm not carrying any extra calories. It's the one day I screw it up. But yeah, it's only another 3-4 miles, so it's not too bad. I brought a little bit more calories than I needed because they were going out of date. so it should be alright. Incidentally, that knocking noise is kind of annoying, but yeah, I'll have to see if I can find a fix for that. That's just because I've put my GoPro pole in there. If you had hiking poles, that wouldn't be an issue, I imagine, because you wouldn't have that plastic in there that I've put. I'll tell you all about that on the review that I do. Still losing height, just making our way down into the side of the valley, and then we've got to run along the ridge for a couple of K. Get some nice views up here, but yeah, we're starting to lose some height now, so it's starting to warm up a little bit as well. We're out in the wind, it gets pretty, the sun's just come out as well, so I'll be back into the trees again in a second, which is nice. Yeah, I'll give you a view of the path. So, just had to take a diversion the way I was going to go, because apparently shut for earthworks, which I didn't realise. So, I'm actually on a diversion now, and I've never been along this bit before, so no idea where this comes out. I don't think I've ever done this before. We'll see. Still pretty nice track though. Just got quite a lot more technical, but certainly got more fun. This selfie stick actually kind of helps you balance a bit, which is kind of nice. There's a lot more trip hazards, but just came across a dog walk with the cutest little dog. Guess we're getting close to houses. A lot more people now. Ooh. Blimey, look at this. Okay, looks like we're just about done for this one. Just about to pop back down onto residential streets. I've got another K or so, and then I've got to warm down a K or so to go after that, so I think I'll call it here. So hopefully the video's not too boring to watch. It's a bit difficult when you're solo filming because I don't have a tripod with me today, and a tripod makes it even harder because you have to keep going back and getting it. So yeah, I haven't been here before on this little part of the loop. There's a diversion because of my earthworks, so this is all new to me. Quite nice, this section actually. Might come here again one day. But yeah, so like, subscribe, all the rest of it, and I'll see you guys again. Cheers.